Are you one of the many nursing graduates who moved from their home countries to the USA with the hopes of continuing their nursing careers but were completely shattered when they got to the USA after finding out how tedious and confusing the process is to transfer your license from your home country or from wherever you studied to the US? If you are, stay here because I have some very, very important information. This is literally life changing information because it changed my life, the life of my sister, and everybody else who has had this and had the same problem. I'm going to try to break it down to a few steps. There are a few things that you need to have when you move to the US to be able to carry this procedure out. Mind you, this is for people that have already moved to the US. So if you are out of the US and you want to come to the US as a nurse, unfortunately, I really do not have information that will be useful to you. But I'm still very busy doing my research, and whenever I do, I will be sure to share. In order for you to even think about this, like I said, like I mentioned, you have to be present in the United States and you have to be present legally. You are going to be needing your social security, a form of ID, which in this case is usually your driver's license, and you're also going to need your original transcript. When you have all these requirements, you now want to take a look at your state's nursing board. It is very important because some nursing boards only accept a single evaluation company, and some nursing boards accept multiple credential evaluation company. Credential evaluation companies are those companies where you will ask your original university to send your transcripts to so that they can re-evaluate it and give you an equivalent to the nursing degree that you would have had if you studied in the US. It works with your grades and the courses and your credits that you have accumulated from your university. Now, the issue is when it comes to these evaluation companies, some states, especially the non compact states, have CGFNS, and it could be a bit tedious when you don't have options. So, my first advice for you is to find a state that has more than one evaluation company present. When you find the states that has more than one evaluation company, more than one credential evaluation company, you are going to read through the credential evaluation companies and find the ones that match your expectations, match the speed that you also want to do, because almost all, if not all, of the credential evaluation companies have the option for you to hasten up your process, which of course is going to need more money. So when you find that, you are going to start the process directly, and you need to make sure that the credential evaluation company you're working with is eligible for the evaluation of nursing transcripts. You have to be very specific. Now, this is only after you have found a nursing board that works very well for you. If your state does not accept more than one credential evaluation company, you can also feel free to apply to another state. This is something that holds people back a lot, and I'm not sure many people know about this. You must not apply in your state. You can choose a state that is convenient for you. After finding the board of nursing that is suitable for you, you want to go to the official website of the board, and once you get there, you would apply. You say you want to apply for an RN license through RN by examination. Now, this is the determining factor. So you have to create an account, follow their instructions detailedly, learn to read, follow their instructions detailedly, and see everything you need and whatever fees you have to pay. When you do that, you now go to the official site of the evaluation company that you're trying to use and start the process. You'll be following their instructions, answering their questions, and when they ask for the board of nursing you are trying to take your exams under or evaluate your documents for, you are going to choose the states that you are already registered under. When you pick an evaluation company, always make sure that if you have some extra cash, try to quicken up the process, because even if you choose to go with, let's say if they say they'll evaluate your documents in 2 weeks, do not trust it. I advise you don't trust that. Just pay more. It's always worth it because it kind of puts some attention to your stuff, so it will get things done for you quicker. If you come from an English speaking country, you also have to know that you do not need an English proficiency exam. You do not need an English proficiency exam to add to your evaluation, especially if your education was done in English. You do not need an English proficiency test. Your English courses are already proof that you studied in English, so you're not going to be having any language barriers in the US. After you have been able to, register under the evaluation company and given the information they asked you to provide, they are going to provide you with a form that you will send to your university where you studied. Now, the university is supposed to fill the documents, fill the transcript request form. That is what it is called, the transcript request form. They are going to fill it, not you. This is the mistake that many people keep making. They send their transcripts themselves. No, a transcript is only official when it comes from your university's official accounts. Do not make the mistake, I repeat, do not make the mistake of sending it yourself. It is going to be considered invalid, and that is how everybody's going to take off attention from your documents because you're not serious. So they are going to send you two forms. One is for the transcripts request form, it's for your school. And if you come from a country where you practice nursing, by having a license, like you guys have licensing bodies in your country, you are going to forward the second one, that's the proof of the licensure, to your license board or to your board of nursing, whatever board you're registered under. They are going to fill the second form and they are going to send it to the official email of the evaluation company, not you. You can ask them to send you a copy for you to have, but that copy is going to forever be unofficial. You're not going to be able to send it anywhere. If you are from a country that doesn't require a particular kind of license to practice nursing, you are going to forward both of those official documents to your school. So your school is going to attest that they can practice, or you can practice nursing in your country only by having a certificate or a particular exam being passed. That is how. I'm from Cameroon, and once you have your HND, you are able to practice nursing. So that is how most people from Cameroon would do it, because we don't have a very, very exquisite board of nursing that everybody is registered under. And that if you're not registered under, you cannot practice nursing. No, we don't have that. So if you're Cameroonian, that's a bonus point to you, or any country that practices nursing like this. You can always just send both forms, and you have to fill the forms electronically before sending it to your school. So you fill your own part with all of your information, you sign, you send it to your registrar. Your registrar is going to be the person to fill those forms. And once they are done and they send it to the evaluation company, the evaluation company is going to take some time, evaluate it, and they will send a copy to the board of nursing that you said you belonged to, and also a copy to you so that you can see, you know, what your GPA is and how everything has changed. It's not going to be so much of a difference, to be very honest, because if you had like really good grades, your grades your grades will reduce, but not too much. Personally, I applied under the North Dakota Board of Nursing, and I used Spantran for my evaluation. That was what worked for me. Find the one that works for you, because there are so many good evaluation companies, but that was what I felt like the time interval worked very well for me. And once that is done, you go back to your accounts under the nursing body that you are registered to, and it is also going to show there that they have received your evaluation. It could take a few business days to show. And one thing you need to know is you don't play with your business days when it comes to these things, because if they say 15 business days, you automatically know that that's 3 weeks they're talking about. So time is precious. If you are being asked to submit something, submit it. When you're done, you check your accounts in your nursing on your nursing board, or whatever accounts you have, your registered accounts. I don't know how to call it at this point. You are going to see everything that you need step by step. One of the things that you'll be required to do is to register under Person View. So you are going to, they have a direct link to Person View. You're going to click the link, create an account under Person View, and register. You don't have an authorization to test yet. You are just registering. When the authorization to test comes, you won't have to pay any other money to take your NCLEX. So that registration fee of about $250 is going to cover everything if at all you get your authorization to test. Another thing that you'll be required to do before or after your NCLEX is the background check. It comes with complete instructions. So I would advise that you make sure you read all instructions, read word to word, line by line. Another thing they're going to ask you for is the English proficiency test, and it's going to tell you that if you studied in English, you can send an unofficial transcript that can show what you have studied and the names of your courses and everything. That is what is going to cover your English proficiency exam up for you. So you won't have to be writing any of that. And I don't think I remember everything, but these are the main things. And it's obviously going to take you through a process. You just have to be reading and going and going and going. Some things will take time to update, but you just need to make sure that if you have any questions, you can always, I like America because you can always call them. You can always go to the website, get the official number of the board of nursing, give them a call, ask them your questions directly. When all of this is done, you're going to notice that along the way, the highest form of identifications you'll be asked for your social security number and your ID number, which is most likely your driver's license number because it's usually the most valid. These things, these two things, you cannot do anything without them. You cannot do a background check. You cannot have your license. You can't do nothing without it. So if you're in the US, you need to be sure that you have a social security number and a form of identification, like I said, your ID card. That is how you will get an authorization to test. When the board of nursing is done going through your profile, they are going to send person view an email that you have been authorized to take the test. Person view will be the one to email you and tell you that you have received an authorization to test. They are going to give you an ATT number, authorization to test number, and that is what you are going to go back to person view with, to your account, and schedule your NCLEX. This is how you can go about it. Now, the challenges in this procedure, or the challenge in this procedure, is talking to your university to send your documents on time. This is what will delay you. The evaluation company will also maybe mix one or two things up. So you need to make sure that all your identity information is the same. Your names are the same. You have no complications. These are the little things that make life unnecessarily difficult. So before you even want to send anything to your board of nursing from your home country or to your school, you have to call them, let them know, let them be ready, let them get things ready ahead of time so that by the time the things are getting to them, they are prepared. This took us a while to figure out, so we kept on doing our research, and I'm so happy that so far so good. We've been able to help the people that we know that were struggling with the same problem. We've been able to help them to, register for their NCLEX and pass their NCLEX. And the past week, I've been receiving messages from people on TikTok saying, "Thank you for your help. I really appreciate." And I feel like there are so many people who need this information. So if you know anybody who is in dire need of this type of information, make sure to share this video with them so that they can know that there's hope. Because some people have lost all hope and they are doing things they don't like or things that are not good enough for them because they are scared of going back to school. Some people have actually already gone back to school and started all over again because they have no idea this type of thing exists. So share this video with somebody so that they can share it to somebody who needs this information. Thank you so much. My name is Therese. Thank you for watching to the end. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.